This is my 100th video on my BookTube channel, and I thought I would celebrate by doing the BookTuber Birthday Tag, even though it's not technically my BookTube birthday. My BookTube birthday was in January, but I was also tagged by Nicky at my messy bookshelf, and I thought it would be fun to kind of reflect a little bit on the past year since, So the BookTuber Birthday Tag was created by Joe at Average Joe Reads. And like I said, I was tagged by Nicky at my messy bookshelf. So there are 8 prompts, and let's just get right into it. Prompt number 1, how many years on BookTube are you celebrating? So last January, the 24th of January, I celebrated 1 year on BookTube. Prompt number 2, what has kept you motivated to continue making videos? For me, it is without a doubt you guys, the community that we've kind of built around and on BookTube. I watch a lot of BookTube. It's almost the only thing I watch. I watch it on my TV and it's just bliss. And I feel that I've also gotten to know a lot of people just through the comments and by watching people's videos. And it's just such a fantastic community that I feel we have here on BookTube, and at least on my side of BookTube. So it's definitely the community. Prompt number 3, what are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the past year and why? I could not choose 3 videos because I make a lot of the same videos and there are very few of them that kind of stand out to me. I think, so I'm just going to kind of talk about maybe types of videos. I definitely really enjoyed doing the single book reviews that I started off doing every week for the first few months of my being here on BookTube. And I would really like to get back to doing those, and I will at some point for sure. But they take longer time to prepare because I, like to, obviously you need to take notes as you're reading the book, but also reflect maybe more deeply on it than I do in just normal monthly wrap-ups. So, but I do want to get back to that at some point, but at the moment I just don't have the time, or really the mental energy mostly. But yeah, so my single book reviews, review videos, I really love those and enjoyed doing those. I also really liked, I think 2 or 3 book videos where in the series of A Scaredy Cat Reads Horror, because I'm such a scaredy cat. I'm afraid of the dark. I can't really watch scary movies or read really scary books because I won't sleep. I need to sleep with a light on for like weeks afterwards if I do that. It's ridiculous. I'm like an old woman and I'm still like a child in that regard. But so I read a couple of books, including The Shining by Stephen King, and I like vlogged it. So that was fun. Those were fun videos to do. And also just reading vlogs. I really enjoyed the reading vlogs that I did. I don't remember how many of them there are, but there are a few. And I love doing, I've had channels in the past where I did more vlogs, and I really enjoy doing vlogs. I watch a lot of vlogs, and I really enjoy that, but I always find I'm a very private person, so I always find the line as to when you cross the line of oversharing. I find that to be, for me personally, that line is, or that threshold is very low. And it's very easy for me to go over it, and when I go over it and feel that I'm sharing too much online of my life, I start to feel overwhelmed and unsafe, really, even though nobody's gonna like come at me. I don't feel good about it. So I always have to really figure out where that line is if I'm gonna do a vlog. But with a reading vlog, because you're mostly just talking about the books you're reading during the time that you're vlogging, it's a safe space within the vlogging genre, so to speak, if you know what I mean, hopefully. The same way that I feel about my PhD videos that are kind of vlogs over several days, but they're focused on the PhD. It's not just my life. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but I definitely, when I've done with this PhD and I have time, because editing vlogs takes time and a lot of thought, because you want them to be, you have to get the music and do the clips and all of those things, and you want it to be of, okay quality at least. So they're time consuming to film, but also to edit. But I will be getting back to reading vlogs at some point. But yes. So prompt number 4, what have you struggled with on BookTube in the past year, and how did you overcome that struggle? For me, it has just been time. Especially in the last, eight or 9 months, it's been just final year of PhD and writing the dissertation, and just all the brain work that takes definitely has made me less inclined or less interested in spending a lot of time editing videos. So just finding the time, not necessarily finding the time itself, but the energy to think about videos and do a good job with the editing as well, is something that I've struggled with, and I'm still gonna be struggling with it, I think, at least until beginning of next year. And then we will have a fresh start, hopefully, post PhD, and my life will be just flowers and butterflies, unicorns. And then I will have all the time in the world, which of course, obviously, I'm sure I will find something else to do, which will keep me busy. But, it's not, obviously I'm just doing this BookTube thing as a hobby and for fun. I do want to be consistent with at least once a week, a video once a week, because I know that people, I follow people on YouTube that I look forward to the videos every week. So I'm always like, oh no video this week. I can understand it if something happens, and it's not like I'm angry with people, but you're a little bit disappointed that some people that you really enjoy watching are not able to put up the video that they usually do, even though you completely understand it. And I know everybody would understand it if I can't. Those couple of times where I haven't been able to publish a video in that week, everybody's been very understanding, I'm sure. But at the same time, you want to give people what they want, right? And I want to get what I want. So it's not like a huge, it's not a thing that I stress about or worry about, but I do want to be consistent with at least one video a week. But when I'm in super busy periods, like now, for example, and also just my job, teaching at the university, the busy season is it goes in cycles. So the beginning of the semester is very busy, and then you kind of get into the rhythm of the semester, and then the end of the semester is just crazy busy. And then you have slower times in between. So when the season is super busy, I'm not stressed about whether I will be able to publish a video each week. If I can't, I can't. It's fine. But it's just, you have to just go with the flow of the seasons when you work in a job that has peaks throughout the year. It's not just the same all year round. It goes down and up and down and up and down and so you just go with it, basically. Prompt number 5, choose one moment from the past year on BookTube that you would love to relive. I think that's my first video. And just like watching it back on my TV, I like to watch YouTube on my TV. Watching it on my TV, and although this is like my third YouTube channel, so I've had those experiences before, obviously, but just feeling, I don't know, I felt differently with the BookTube channel than my other channels because, like I said, I think it feels more safe because it's centered around books and not my life. And just having the first comments on my videos, the first subscribers on my channel, yeah, those were just, I would love to relive that for sure. I have no plans on starting another YouTube channel. I think I will just stick with this one for sure. But yeah, that was an excellent, that was a fun experience. Number 6, shout out a huge supporter of your channel. So for me, it's definitely Nicky at my messy bookshelf who tagged me for this video. We kind of make fun of it, but we are kind of book soulmates because we have almost identical tastes in books, and it's really fun. Also, Ellen at Ellen Made Book Club comments on all of my videos and has shouted me out on her channel and all those things. And we are, even though we actually read very different books, it's very interesting actually. We seem to have completely different reading tastes, but there's still something I don't mind. That's one of the things that I love about BookTube is I have several people that I'm subscribed to that I watch their videos, even though they only read maybe literary fiction. I don't really read literary fiction. Or maybe they only read like pulp or horror even. I don't really read those genres. Not that I don't want to, it's just they're just not something that I gravitate to. But I love their channels. I love listening to them talking about books. So it's not, that's one of the things that is so good about BookTube is that you don't have to only watch people who read the same books that you read. I actually sometimes like listening to people talk about books that I'm not interested in reading, but it's just fascinating to hear them talking about them. So Ellen is definitely in that category of, I mean, there are some books that we have in common for sure, but a lot of what she reads is different from a lot of what I read for sure. And with Nicky, it's completely different. And we have very similar tastes and we read very similar books. But obviously we don't necessarily agree on everything, but for most part we agree on most things for sure. But then there are also just a few people who comment on every single one of my videos. I'm not gonna say your names because I don't know if you would want me to do that or not. But hopefully you know who you are. I definitely see you. I try to answer. I don't get that many. I mean, I'm a tiny channel, so I don't get that many comments. So I definitely make an effort to respond to every comment. And if I don't respond, at least I do a like or like a heart to it. But it's very. I really enjoy the fact that there are people that are commenting all of my videos. It makes you feel very like validated that maybe what you're doing is worthwhile. So, yeah. Prompt number 7. What's the best book you've read in this past year? So if we do like past year, like 2024, I think the best book in regards to like quality, literary quality, is probably Jane Eyre. Middlemarch is also up there, War and Peace. The book that impacted me the most was A Man Called Uwe by Fredrik Backman. And then there's also Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I know these are a lot of books. I should only mention one, but come on. This year so far, North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell has just blew my mind. I absolutely loved it. I'm currently reading Anna Karenina, and that book is like top tier perfection. Oh my God, it's so good. So those are just a few of the books that I've read recently that are just sublime. Number 8, where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? I think I just hope that I'm still here and just doing the same old, talking about books, telling you about the books that I've read. Hopefully less of the books that I've bought, because I'm trying not to buy books for the rest of the year. And yes, I don't necessarily have any ambitious plans. I just hope that I'm still here, still talking about books and still enjoying it. And that you are still enjoying me talking about books, basically. I think that's the goal. Yeah. Okay, and then number 9 is to tag someone whose anniversary is coming up. I don't have an overview of when people that I know, that when they started their channel, except for the few that started their channels basically in January or early February when I started my channel. So basically I'm just it's an open tag. If you have a BookTube channel and your anniversary is coming up, or like a video like 100th or 200th or 1000th video or something, consider yourself tagged. Yeah, that's that. 100 videos, that's a lot in just over a year, but it's been fun for sure. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.